Ethiopian air crash. Boeing runs into global headwinds. Back-to-back 737 crashes have few parallels in aviation history. Dubai aviation experts on Tuesday called for a calmer examination of facts around Boeing's 737 MAX, even as international regulators rush to suspend commercial operations of the aircraft after the Ethiopian Airlines crash. Boeing's twin disasters involving its newest single-aisle jets add to the history of rare aviation accidents that call into question the safety of the planes themselves. Back-to-back incidents in which the aircraft is probed as a possible culprit are far less common than the usual litany of pilot error, mechanical failure, weather, war, and terrorism. While investigating, but several analysts told Gulf News that there was simply not enough data yet around the cause of the crash on Sunday to question the aircraft. Still, aviation regulators from more than a dozen countries ranging from China and the UK to Singapore, Australia, Germany, and Norway ordered their domestic airlines to temporarily halt the use of Boeing 737 MAXs and closed their airspace to the aircraft variant. Oman followed ongoing investigations. Local carrier Flydubai cited the FAA notification yesterday on the continued airworthiness of Boeing's 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9 aircraft. A spokesperson, some analysts warned that there was very little information so far to call for the grounding of the Boeing model. John Strickland, amid the global turmoil, Boeing said it will deploy a software upgrade to the 737 MAX 8, a few hours after the FAA said it would mandate design changes in the aircraft by April. The company said Boeing and its partners are no stranger to new models plagued by teething difficulties. McDonnell Douglas, while 2 or 3 elements are similar, aircraft accidents are always influenced by so many random factors and so many unexpected elements, but it's only when you analyze the facts that you can tell what happened, Strickland said. We'll send you latest news updates through the day. You can manage them.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up in the park, pot.